Hello everybody and welcome to Good Morning Sri Lanka here on MTV Sports. It's a Monday morning and you are with me, Vasam, and my lovely co-host
Amaya. Good morning, Sri Lanka.
Good morning, Amaya.
Good morning,
How are you
Vasam.
doing this morning?
I'm fine this morning.
Well, I know it is the start of the week. It is a Monday morning, but we're here to just make sure that you get energized and are geared up for the rest of this day and for the rest of the week. And of course, we've got an interesting show lined up. But before we do get there, Amaya, you know that I'm a bit of a movie buff, right?
You are. Yes.
I am. I really am. And there's actually a nice movie which I'm looking forward to, and a release, actually a teaser trailer that was just released. So if you are looking for new content to search up on YouTube, actually try and look for Diana, Amaya. Diana is a new movie that's going to be released somewhere around August 29th, and Diana is being, it's Naomi Watts who's actually playing the role, and it's a German director, a name which is a little hard to pronounce, Hirschbiegel. I know it's funny, German names. I really find German names funny.
But
Oliver Hirschbiegel is the name, and of course I am going to look forward to that one. But of course, look, talking about a different kind of royalty, we've got a few queens in the studio this morning, which we will be introducing to you in a little while. A different kind of royalty. These are beauty queens from before Amaya and I were even born, 50 years ago, from 1962 and 1963, and I think Amaya is going to introduce you to them.
Yeah, these ladies are two ladies who are in the studio right now. They're beautiful, and they are actually people, I believe, who really do embody the phrase timeless beauty. And they're still full of grace, they're full of poise, and they're here to share all their memories with us. So without further ado, let me welcome Mrs. Yvonne Di Rosario, the winner of Miss Ceylon for Miss Universe in 1962, and Mrs. Mara Galhena, the winner in 1963.
Welcome, ladies.
Well, here they are. Good morning.
Well, 50 years later, Yvonne, the two of you look as ravishing as ever. Please take a seat. We've got lots and lots of things that we'd like to talk to you about this morning. So, Amaya, you want to shoot out the first question?
So, it was you, Mrs. Yvonne, who crowned
my name.
Yes. And has your friendship been from that time? And I know that you have been friends for a long time now. So tell us a bit about how you got close and the experience.
We have always kept in touch. We've been visiting each other and been friends for invited for birthdays.
Invited for birthdays.
Birthdays are always with each other.
Yeah. I see, really.
So when we're talking about a 50-year-long friendship, I mean, it's exactly 50 years since the time which was where you got crowned,
51
right?
for me.
51 for you. So 50 years of friendship. All right.
Tell us, what was it like being crowned Miss Ceylon? It was called at that time, wasn't it? Because it was only in the 1970s, after Sri Lanka became a republic, that it actually became the Miss Sri Lanka pageant. So what was it like being crowned Miss Ceylon back in the day? Mane, so what about you? Tell us about some of your experiences taking part in the pageant 50 years ago.
Well, experiences regarding, I'm from Kandy, so it was actually a great experience because meeting girls from Colombo and everything is different. As you know, Kandy is a conservative town, and like coming to Colombo was like with a lot of girls, all the girls who took part with me, the 20 contestants, they were all made up nicely, and hairstyles all done, and here I am so simple. I never thought I was going to win that. If you're asking me about before I won, I'm saying at the contest. So it was really an experience. Like,
so why did you decide to join? Why did you decide to enter the contest?
I got encouragement from my brother and my mother, not my dad, of course, but like.
What about you, ma'am? How was your experience like?
Well, it was a great experience because it is like, getting out of school and then, coming into a fashion, getting into a fashion, into a beauty contest. You meet up with lots of nice girls, and that's quite an experience because you see what they do, how they talk, how they behave, and then how you have to conduct yourself, and then we have rehearsals. Then of course it's an experience like you feel great to be amongst all those beautiful girls.
And also nowadays, I mean, with the pageants these days, you get promoters, you get agents, and it's a whole fiasco sometimes altogether. But what was the situation 50 years ago?
No, there were no agents or anything. We were our own agents, and also like
we promoted ourselves.
Yes,
really, because
and I like to say that all the beauty queens who were chosen during that time, we only had an eyebrow pencil and a lipstick. So even the lipstick we used for the cheeks. And I think we must be proud to say we won it on natural beauty, because today any girl can look pretty, because they have all the cosmetics, all the fashionable things, false eyelashes and things like that.
I see.
Yes,
Talking about natural beauty, I think we do have a few pictures
I'm sure everyone
of you all when you all did enter the contest. So we can actually have a look at that now.
I think we have Yvonne's pictures first, so let's have a look at these pictures. Wow.
Oh
So all this makeup we see is just an eyebrow pencil
and a
tube of
lipstick. Yes. And just powder only. There was no foundation. That was when I went for the Miss Universe in Miami Beach, Florida. That's the day I won it. On the left hand side is me, and there was a dual pageant, Miss Lanka and Miss Ceylon.
I see.
So I got the title of Miss Ceylon, and Jennifer LeBroy was the other girl. She was Miss Lanka, and she went for the Miss International in California.
I see. And then the following year you came back and you crowned her.
Yes, yes.
And I think we've got some pictures of you too, ma'am. If we can have a look at that as well.
So tell us a bit about the... Oh, there it is.
There we go. Oh my. Can you just give us, tell us what we're seeing on screen, ma'am?
this is that's you, Yvonne, isn't it?
Was that the crowning moment?
That was the crowning.
And how many girls were competing in the pageant in your respective years?
She had 20, I had 21. And those days when there were the 21, right, you could say out of the 21, about 3 were not pretty enough. The others were all so pretty that you have your doubt that you will be even in the first 5.
I see. So what was the selection process actually like those days? What was the process like?
They used to have a swimsuit parade, and that was only for the parents of the contestants and the organizers. That was held in the morning. Then the main pageant was in the evening, and of course we got our marks in the morning. Then the main pageant in the evening was cloth and jacket and sari.
And well, I do realize that at that time here, especially in Sri Lanka, we didn't have television.
Yes,
that's right.
It was only the newspapers.
So did they carry photographs of the pageants at that time on the papers?
The very next day in the morning, the front page was reserved and printed just after our results were given.
So you two were iconic ladies for Ceylon. But I can't say Sri Lanka because it was Ceylon back then.
Ceylon.
It was in the front page, and it was quite an experience, to see us in the front page of the Daily News.
I see.
So what was it like for you, your experience? You were fresh out of school and now you're on the front page of the newspaper. What was the response like from your friends, your family?
Everyone was thrilled, but only thing is, unlike nowadays, they didn't have mobile phones to call and congratulate or, things like that. But, when they had the time, everybody would say, it's so nice to see you. And
we had
especially myself, unlike Yvonne, I am from Kandy, so the people from Kandy, so we are proud to, that somebody from Kandy.
Was it a majority of Colombo girls at that time?
Yes. I think I was the only one from Kandy.
Yeah, on that same note, I mean, now of course, you get different contestants from different areas and from different places.
Right,
but how was it back then? I mean, was it just Colombo, Kandy? Or?
No such thing. It's just that, the
The girls just applied.
They just applied.
Also, there's an applying process.
Yes, applying, and they selected from the photographs, and about 50 photographs I think they interviewed personally, and then they selected 20 to 22, 20.
There was a preliminary judgment of
I see.
What was the prize you received, Emma?
prize.
After winning the
We got a cash prize,
I see.
and well, not like nowadays. You don't get all that type of prizes, but
we got lots of little gifts
yeah.
like jewelry and handbags and lots of
Well, these days, I mean, you win a pageant, you're sent off to a world tour, you're given all sorts of media coverage, chances to star in films and commercials.
Yes, talking of films, just after the pageant, I don't know about you, Manil, but there were enough of producers who approached me.
Wow.
Yes, to act in films, and I liked it. And my father said, "Pack your bags and you can go at once. Don't come back."
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to ask you. I mean, like, for example, the culture back then, I'm guessing is a lot different to the culture now.
Very much.
So, what kind of issues did you all face during that time? I mean, I'm guessing that taking part in a beauty contest is not the most conventional norm back then.
no, definitely not. In fact, my father didn't come for the we are given 2 complimentary tickets each contestant for the main contest, and my father didn't come, so my mother and brother, and like we sort of slipped out of the house with the help of the brother, and that's how it happened, like, but when I won, of course he was happy, and then because people started congratulating him, and then he thought,
So it's not just our generation, my people back then also certain mischievous things like that. How about you?
Lots of things are done on the slide. Really? Lots of things,
I see.
Anything you would like to share?
Maybe something a little mischievous, maybe.
Like asking the boyfriend to come and have a look.
That had to be done on the slide,
Well, it was not a boyfriend actually, because lots of people who knew me would like to come and see, but and also all these shows were with a dance, today we had a dance.
Oh.
And then the show goes on till about 12, and then after that the dancing starts.
I see.
So because they have to take the photographs quickly to Lake House.
I see. Oh, well, on that same note, I'm sure, like, okay, for example, as soon as you won the title Miss Ceylon, you would have got a lot of exposure. People would have heard about you. They know who the people in the title are. So, did you guys have a huge following of boys back then?
Not I. I don't know about Mane.
Secret letters.
no, not like that, not at
People on
that
the doorstep.
Those days it was not like
they
that,
won't, it's not tried even at that time, just because you became Miss Ceylon, even before going to school, also we had that type of girl-boy friendships, but just because you were Miss Ceylon, we didn't get anything extra.
But you got the chance to take part in the Miss Universe.
That's right,
that same year.
And
And you
we got a lot
asked
of
about the
commercials
prizes.
also.
One of the prizes was the ticket to for the contest at Miami Beach, Florida. I really got a Pan American Airways ticket around the world.
Wow.
Valid for a year, although we didn't stay for 1 year.
Alright, on that note, we need to take a short break, but don't go away. We're going to come back and we're going to talk lots more about the pageant back then. So don't go away. We'll be right back here on Good Morning Sri Lanka.